Southwick officials working to address concerns regarding new traffic camera technology after some residents have raised questions about their privacy.
Town leaders say the cameras aren't live yet and policies are still being finalized. Western Mass News reporter Addie Patterson joins us live outside of the town's public safety complex with the details tonight. Addie.
Chris and Amanda, this technology is not flock cameras, a system that photographs vehicles and license plates, but it works in a similar way. And as of right now, none of this new technology has been deployed here in Southwick. The town voted in open session a few months ago to accept a public safety grant that includes traffic camera technology. Southwick Police Chief Rhett Banish says the department received nearly $30,000 through a federal grant, which will fund the cameras for 5 years. He says the system is share information its own closed network. Officials also say the cameras would be used strictly for law enforcement purposes, helping track stolen vehicles or assist in investigations. Officials say the cameras will likely be placed on main roads entering and leaving town here in Southwick, but won't be installed until a final policy is approved by the select board. Just a short while ago, I spoke with folks here in town who say they're against having this technology and believe it could end up being used for the wrong reasons.
I'm not sacrificing my privacy for their quote-unquote public safety because we've seen across the country that these cameras are being used against people and weaponized against citizens, and that's not right.
A town select board meeting will be held this Monday. The Southwick Police Chief and Sergeant are expected to be at that meeting, where residents will have a chance to ask questions about the technology. And coming up here later tonight on Western Mass News at 10 and 11, I'll have more from local residents and what they think about these cameras being installed. For now, reporting live in Southwick, Addie Patterson, Western Mass News.